Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. Starting off our second full week of August on your news today. It's the 12th, and it's been a little cloudy today. That's just a prelude of things to come. We're still expecting another front to come through tomorrow. This one's going to have a little more oomph to it than did the last few last week. To the tune, we are going to watch the possibility of some severe weather tomorrow in the form of some showers, thunderstorms, damaging winds of 60 miles per hour or so. Right now, the primary threat. I'll have a timeline for you. I'll have some more details about that, when and what and where we can expect the weather changes, and how we can all expect to see a nice dry run for days thereafter. That's right. Starting on Wednesday, midday or so, we'll start to clear up, and we've got just sunny, dry skies all the way through your Community Day weekend, maybe even into the first of next week. I'll tell you more about that in a few moments. Sad to say that with the cloud cover tonight, I don't know how good it's going to be. But just so I always like to talk about them. Don't always make it to stay up and watch them all, even though I try ever so hard. The peak, though, of the very best summertime meteor show, the Perseids, is coming to a sky near you tonight. Unfortunately, the moon is very close to full. We've got some clouds to deal with, and that's probably going to go to wash out the fainter Perseids. There are, however, going to be many more to see. The best Perseid performance that they know of was a 93, and there was like 300 an hour. And right now, 10 to 15 an hour might be a good bet. So you won't see a whole lot, but if you want to see a few, tonight would be a good night to do it. It occurs every year when the Earth passes through the cloud of debris left by Comet Swift-Tuttle. And tonight's going to be the peak of the Perseids once again. There have been a couple of good shows this year, none of which I've gotten to see, and fearful that this is not going to be one that any of us are going to see. But if you have a chance after midnight, go out, look up. The skies are clear enough in some parts, you might get to see a pretty good show. You can see President Trump in Kentucky if you want to take the drive. It was actually Governor Bevin's office who made the announcement today that President Donald Trump is going to be in Louisville this month on the 21st. He'll be there, of course, to be a part of the major part of a fundraising event for Governor Bevin's campaign efforts for bid for re-election. They are going to be announcing the particulars of his visit, when and where, and everything else very soon. But right now in Louisville, the 21st, for a fundraiser. If you want to go and make a donation, probably maybe get in to do so. With that said, I've got some big news for Tyler Childers. Wow, I'll get to that in just a few moments. A relatively quiet news weekend. Those are nice to have sometimes. This was the only thing making headlines tonight in regards to arrests. We had no accidents or any of that nature that made headlines tonight from over the course of the weekend. However, just a few hundred yards from my front door, Sagersville police made the arrest of two men, one on an outstanding warrant, both for being in possession, one for trafficking in methamphetamine. Just a few hundred yards down the street from my house last evening, just before dark, Officer Mike Nichols of the Sagersville PD was patrolling and noticed a vehicle that appeared to try to elude him or go in the opposite direction once the driver saw the officer. The traffic stop was made a few moments later on Dixie Avenue. The driver of the vehicle was Joe Back. He was arrested on an outstanding bench warrant. He was also said to have had a quantity of Suboxone and some other items drug-related in the console of the vehicle in which he was driving. His passenger was also charged as well, as he had several needles, scales, baggies, all used to distribute, traffic, or consume methamphetamine that was found in his possession. Alvin Ratliff Jr. also had a firearm in his back pocket, and being a convicted felon does not have the authority to do so, and as such was charged for that as well. The vehicle was leaving Sugar Camp, turning onto Dixie Avenue when the officer saw the vehicle. The traffic stop happening just a short distance down Dixie Avenue from there. Back was charged with possession of a controlled substance in the third degree, possession of drug paraphernalia, and the before-mentioned bench warrant charges. Alvin C. Ratliff Jr., 36, of Sagersville, was charged with trafficking in meth, trafficking in the first degree, possession of drug paraphernalia, and being a convicted felon with a firearm in his possession. And you may have heard some of the big headlines today are coming actually out of neighboring Breathitt County, where the judge executive there, who I have since learned just a few moments ago, after speaking with someone in Breathitt County, is actually on vacation this week, but was indicted this morning by sitting Breathitt County grand jury. I'll have that and some more local news in just a moment. It's time to see what a great time just $10 can get you while you help out a lot of amazing organizations. It's time for the 16th annual Magoffin County Community Day, featuring Russell Moore and Third Time Out, Ralph Stanley II and the Clinch Mountain Boys, Hammertown, Blue Highway, Nathan and Chessie Arnott Band, Route 1081, Terry Miller and Traveler, plus the Project Echo Kids and a special performance by Waylon Bays. And of course, more food, fun, games, and prizes than you can stand. And not only does your $10 get you in, but it also gets you entered to win this Ford Fusion to be given away that night. And kids under 12 get in free at the 16th annual Magoffin County Community Day, Saturday, August the 17th, all starting at 10 a.m. Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to conleytire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by for huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 349-8785. Here's another great coupon deal from your Sagersville Lees. Clip this coupon out of this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent, and you get not one, two, but $3 off any family pack. That's 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece meal deals. Take $3 off just by clipping the coupon, which you can also pick up in the papers available at Lee's Famous Recipe. It's a win-win at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. If you've never seen what's inside the seasonal shop, you've never seen anything like it. And if you have seen what's inside the seasonal shop, you've never seen it like this. From all the styles of pillows, dishware, bedding, and wall hangings, it's full of beautiful home decor. And there are frames for anyone and any occasion. There are neat and unique ways to design and do it yourself. There are flowers too perfect to be real. And from expecting moms to newborns, toddlers, teens, and adults, the fashions and designs and jewelry are simply endless and always changing at Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop. According to the indictment, it was a rather swift investigation. The indictment alleges that just last week, less than a week ago, the judge executive of Breathitt County purchased a large quantity of lumber with county funds, but not all of that materials, less than half, actually being used for or by the county. As such, an investigation was opened by the Breathitt County Sheriff's Department. A Breathitt County grand jury today returned a 3-count indictment in the judge executive's name. Still trying to gather some more details, but I do have a copy of the indictment and a bit of other information to go along with the story coming out of Breathitt County earlier this morning, saying that Jeff Noble, the Breathitt County Judge Executive, who has been serving in that position or post since being elected since the first of this year, has been officially indicted by a sitting Breathitt County grand jury, according to some remarks from Noble's attorney after an investigation by the Breathitt County Sheriff's Department. It's a 3-count indictment, those charges being abuse of public trust under $10,000, theft by unlawful taking under $10,000, and official misconduct in the first degree. The indictment says that Noble intentionally used public money for his personal use, saying that he had spent $704.96 just last Wednesday, the 7th of August, on a load or quantity of lumber. As of right now, I can find no record of his being arrested or incarcerated at this hour, but the indictment says that once his arrest does happen, he's ordered held on a $250,000 full cash bond on those charges. Based on that indictment and some remarks from an attorney representing Noble, that being Derek Campbell, The charges seem to stem around a Breathitt County bridge. The attorney for Noble saying, quote, "The fact of the matter is that under the dictates of KRS Chapter 178, the bridge in question in this case is a county-owned property that must continue to be maintained as such." With Noble's attorney adding to that, quote, "Such points were made clear to the investigators in the Breathitt County Sheriff's Office, but seem to have fallen on deaf ears." Now, some other details we've just confirmed. It's being reported that this investigation says the Sheriff's Department began when a citizen asked the judge executive to help that citizen's neighbor with a private bridge. Now, it's been said by the Sheriff's Department that Noble purchased a little more than $1,000 worth of lumber, less than half of that being kept for county use, the rest, more than $700 estimated, being found hidden in a barn. The Sheriff's Office accusing the judge executive of trying to hide the lumber after he realized that there was an investigation into its whereabouts that was ongoing. Once again, he was indicted earlier today and on vacation, and expected to turn himself in to authorities upon return. Once again, still held on a $250,000 cash bond. Got some great news for Tyler Childers, man. He's on a roll, and I'll be glad to pass that along to you in a second. Right now, though, it's tonight's community calendar. Some new announcements. It's a new week, of course, and you know how we like to start off our calendar. Birthday wishes begin this Monday's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar, and this is a birthday wish to Kathy Dyer, celebrating her birthday today. Kathy, this says with a lot of love and best wishes from a lot of family and a lot of neighbors, and most certainly your neighbor, Debbie. Happy birthday to you, Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Commodities are going to be distributed this Thursday at the McGoffin County Senior Citizen Center. Director Marlene Howard says it is super important that you or someone for you come pick up your box, because they're going to be getting ready for Saturday's community day in the park, and they're not going to be able to deal with all the boxes on Friday. So make sure you get your boxes picked up this Thursday at the Senior Citizen Center starting at 12:30. Water into Wine will be distributing this Wednesday the 14th and next Wednesday the 21st at 9 till noon, and then the 28th from 4 to 6. Senior Day is the 22nd of this month. And Wolfstock's coming up this weekend, that's right, at the Mountain Arts Center. Nolan Adams, Jen Tackett, Chelsea Nolan, Josh Nolan, Aaron Smith. You see the list of entertainers go right on down, Beck and the Starlight Review, and more. And this is all in support of the Animal Alliance of Eastern Kentucky, helping spay and neuter our pets here in the viewing area. Wolfstock is this Saturday at the Mountain Arts Center that evening starting at 7. And that's my calendar for tonight. If you want to be a part of it, this is how you get your information on the show. Turning to funeral service announcements, we've learned of the passing of 68-year-old Sue Fletcher. She passed away on the 10th. She's survived by her husband, Dwayne. Also, sons Eddie and Adam Fletcher and Mike Ty. Daughters Joanne Slusher and Carolyn Sue Miller as well. Visitation for Sue is going to be after 6 o'clock tomorrow, all day Wednesday, and up until services start Thursday at 2 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And 72-year-old Dallas Bentley of Sagersville passed away over the weekend. He was married to Kay Conley Bentley, who survives. He's survived by his daughters, too, Angie Howard, Tamara Howard, Lisa LeMaster, and Gina Carroll. Visitation is going to be after 5 tomorrow, all day Wednesday. Services will be Thursday at 2 o'clock. Visitation will be at the McGoffin County Funeral Home, and services will be conducted at the Burning Fork Community Church, Thursday at 2. Did you know that with the IGA Personal Rewards Card, real people are getting really big discounts on gas? Just sign up at IGA, and from then on, for every $50 you spend on groceries, you get anywhere from 5 to 25 cents off on each gallon of gas you buy at VIP Fuels on the Parkway. This customer saved $1.75 a gallon, and some have paid only 10 cents a gallon for 15 gallons of gas. And it's quick because your points stack up. And most weeks, IGA has double, triple, or even 5 times the points. And they'll give you another 10 cents off every time you share your receipt on the IGA Facebook page showing you've saved a little of what's new at Parkway Gun and Pawn. A big selection of hunting, bowie knives, some to use, some to collect, or both, starting as low as $14.99 a piece. Hey gamers, while they last, they just got in 2 PS4 Pro editions in perfect condition. And as new, still in the packaging, big flat screens at big discounts. A new selection of kitchen gear and appliances, and even a new in-the-box 30-gallon electric hot water heater. You never know what you're going to save on, but you're always going to save at Parkway Gun and Pawn.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Healthcare and Hope Family Medical Center are proud to announce the newest addition to their staff and team of over 200 dedicated employees and medical professionals. Podiatrist Dr. Cheryl Stalder Cheney has joined Big Sandy Healthcare at the Hope Family Podiatry Center in Sagersville on Beriah Boulevard, just a couple of doors up from the least famous recipe. For anything minor or serious foot or ankle related, Dr. Stalder Cheney is now accepting new patients at Hope Family Podiatry Center in Sagersville.
Appalachian Wireless has a question for you. Would you rather pay $650 or $66 for a smartphone? If you think this answer is simple, then the Appalachian Advantage plan is for you. Pay less upfront for today's hottest smartphones, and then pay just a few dollars more every month on the monthly bill. Many smartphones are $5 a month or less after you factor in the $20 discount from the Advantage plan compared to the contract offering. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Payment agreement required. See store for details.
Just like that, we've jumped into the spring allergy season with all the buds and blooms, tree and grass pollen, mold, and all the nasal congestion, sneezing, itchy nose and eyes and throat that they cause. Don't get caught off guard. Protect yourself daily with a quick trip to Parkway Pharmacy for over-the-counter and prescription relief. And you can always log into parkwaypharmacy.com to have your prescriptions ready when you get there at Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville. A big weekend and start to the week for Tyler Childers. He was performing along with a lot of other artists, of course, at the Railbird Festival in Lexington. That went well and drew big crowds, I am told. It was while he was in Lexington, Tyler was presented with a key to the city, and which he graciously accepted. And then this week, we're learning today from SavingCountryMusic.com and a host of other publications that Tyler Childers has joined a very select group of artists who have gone on the Billboard Country Albums chart as #1 without any mainstream radio play. He's joining some big names like Sturgill Simpson, who he, of course, knows very well and is a big part of his career, but Aaron Watson, Blackberry Smoke, Jason Isbell, other names considered to be big names who have also done the very rare feat of debuting #1 on the Billboard Country Albums chart without really being in the mainstream radio yet. Tyler Childers and his major label debut album, Country Squire, are #1 in country music, says SavingCountryMusic.com. The report on Tyler says that his album released August the 2nd via Sony's RCA and Tyler's own Hickman Holler Records. The album sold almost 24,000 records in pure album sales, and when considering the nearly 10 million streams that songs from the record have received, that's equal to amassing a total of almost 32,000 total units, whatever that means, besting all the competition, and that includes Luke Combs, who comes in at #2 on the week. Additionally, Country Squire comes in at #2 of all music when you consider pure album sales, speaking to the loyalty of Tyler Childers fans, says the report. It was beat out by a mere 600 copies for #1 overall by the Descendants 3 soundtrack on the week. Country Squire also comes in at the #13 spot on the Billboard 200 All Genre Albums chart, besting his 17th spot on Billboard Country Albums chart with Purgatory, his last album, and it didn't chart on the Billboard 200 at all. And the publication also quoted Childers as recently speaking about taking a leadership role in country music, saying, quote, "The problem with country is we've turned the props into the play. Let's not just solo cup and pick up truck it to death. Let's handle this in a smart way. Nobody is thinking about lyrical content or how we're moving people or what's going on in the background of their minds." And as a little extra icing on the cake, Tyler's previous album, Purgatory, is seeing an extra boost in sales after his new release of Country Squire, and of course his #1 status on the charts and so much more. And it's seen nearly 4 million new streams just last week. Yep. Big news and good news. We wish him well. Well, I wish I had some better news. It's not all bad. We just are going to be watching tomorrow quite closely in regards to another cold front that is going to come through eastern Kentucky and give us a chance of some showers and storms. I've also got a little more weather for you tonight. We'll take a look back to the early 80s. Then we'll take a look ahead to when and what we might have to deal with tomorrow. Before we talk about today, tomorrow, and the rest of your work week, let's roll back the clocks on our today's date in weather history all the way back to pre-Your News Today, well before Your News Today. In 1983, we were under the gun. Strong winds downed trees throughout McGoffin County, causing some minor damage to some corn and tobacco crops. Nickel-sized hail was also reported here in Sagersville as well. Also on this date in 2004, it was a cool day on that day in eastern Kentucky. Jackson topped out at 65 degrees, London at a mere 62. While we're on the other end of that spectrum tomorrow, hitting the 90s again, and along with that, a cold front that approaches, moving through eastern Kentucky late tomorrow into your Wednesday, giving us some decent chances of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some storms could be on the severe side. We right now sitting in a slight risk category. For the entire viewing area, the big threat, damaging wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour, but also some locally heavy rainfall tomorrow. Timing right now looks to be around 4 to 5 o'clock or so in the afternoon on your Tuesday. Keep that in mind and keep your eye on the later afternoon weather. As for the particulars of your forecast, tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a 20% chance of some showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 3. We saw just a very light sprinkle here in downtown Sagersville earlier this afternoon, barely even a blip on the radar, but we will see a 20% chance during the overnight. Tomorrow, mainly after 10 in the morning, out and ahead of that front, we'll start to see some shower chances to the tune of 50%. Those shower chances increase as Tuesday goes on, and by tomorrow evening and tomorrow night, 70% or a likelihood of showers and possibly storms. Look for partly sunny skies tomorrow. Look for the heat to top 90, 91 degrees. Look for that to add up to a heat index of around 100 or 101 tomorrow. It's going to be a blazing hot day on your Tuesday. There's also going to be winds out of the southwest, 5 to 11 miles per hour, maybe gusts upwards of 22, and that's not counting the thunderstorms that we might see. Those thunderstorms which could continue up until about 3 a.m. or so with a nighttime low of around 70 degrees. It's going to be a hot, sticky one start to finish for your Tuesday and possibly a stormy one. But after that, we've got a nice little run of some nice, clear, mid-80 days. Wednesday, we'll start off with a partly sunny outlook, 85-ish, I believe, and a shower chance, 40%, but I think that's up through about midday. And then after that, we're going to stay high and dry for several days and all the way through the Community Day weekend, I'm glad to report. But the heat's going to come back. Friday, 85, still sunny, dry, and clear. Saturday, 89, still sunny, dry, and clear. Great day for Community Day. A little bit on the warm side, but that's the way you like it. 91 right now. Hot and humid on your Sunday and on your Monday of next week. Mostly sunny skies continue. Our next shower chances after this cold front tomorrow really don't work their way back into the forecast till maybe next Monday or Tuesday, unless things change. And they might. It's Kentucky. And that's it. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. Just getting started for this week of programming here at Your News Today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Hope to see you back here tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.